everybody, what's up? What's up? This is VB co-host, HBCU original. I'm on here with my brother, my other co-host, Alonzo McDowell. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
A lot of great things going on, man. A lot of great things going on.
You know, well, first, let's get the elephant out the room. Rumor has it, ex-NFL star Deshawn Jackson will be the new head coach of Delaware State University football team next season, 2025. What are your thoughts about that?
Man, look, this whole new wave, man, of NFL players coming over and coaching, man. I mean, I think that's great, especially at the HBCU level. I mean, I think they should have been getting they just do for HBCUs a long time ago. I mean, it's good to now see them getting recognized and get some opportunities because, you know, it's about putting them butts in the seat at the end of the day, you know. But this is good, man. This is good.
I thought about that too, Lonzo. I said, man, this ain't nothing but a money grab at first. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe he is there for the good of the students. I mean, give him time, you know what I mean? And let's see what happens.
Well, you got to think about it, man. Especially for the MEAC, man. You know, the MEAC has lost, you know, they lost A&T, they lost Hampton, then they turn around and lost FAM and Bethune-Cookman. I mean, you know, now they need something that's going to give that revitalization to say the MEAC is still alive. I mean, I never believed that the MEAC was dead, man. I mean, it's different, man, from the SWAC. But I mean, the MEAC has its own like jewels, man. But yeah, you know, just a couple years ago, you know, Central, shout out to Central, you know, they won the Celebration Bowl. And then here it is, South Carolina State came in there, you know, did their thing, but the MEAC's not dead. But what this shows is that the MEAC is putting that investment back into, you know, football, man, and they're going to bring these guys onto the scene. And I mean, I'm not thinking of a quick fix. You know, what I'm thinking is what it allows is the resources and that money to start piling back in. You know, fans will start putting their butts in the seat, especially at Norfolk State. You know, for a long time, man, Norfolk State's been struggling. But, I mean, you know, now Michael Vick revitalizing. Shout out to my brother from the 757. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, HBCUs, man, the charm jewel is football, man, for them.
Right. I mean, Deshawn Jackson is a household name. He's definitely a household name. One of the best receivers in NFL history. Listen, I love it. And we talked offline, you know, before about the emergence of ex-NFL players becoming coaches, and also, you know, not just head coaches, but you know, at some capacity within the team or organizations of HBCUs as well. I'm not sure, and I got to do my homework now. I'm not sure in the past, have there ever been any ex-NFL players head coaches before, or was Deion Sanders the first? I'm not sure, but we'll find it out.
We talking about HBCUs, we talking about PWIs, because I mean
HBCUs.
I mean,
because I think Doug
Williams. Come on now,
Doug Williams
about the great Doug Williams, man.
Yeah, Doug Williams did coach down at Grambling. I mean, not Grambling. Where did he coach? Who coached at Texas Southern?
Oh, man, Bubba wait, hold on. I know Bubba McDowell was at Prairie View A&M. Hold on, let me pull up. I wrote an article on URA Football Show, which I also do a lot of work with. And on that article, I kind of broke it down to all the coaches that went into the realm of HBCU that were former players, and there is quite a few. I mean, when you look back at, let me just find it real quick. But when you look back of HBCUs giving former players an opportunity, forgot about it. Eddie Robinson and
Eddie Robinson
at Alabama State. You know, I mean, you know, it's a bunch of them, man. I mean, I can't find it right offhand, but
I wonder why it's always football though. I never really see basketball. I never see really. I mean, I haven't. I mean, it may be some who are, but a household name players from the NBA to basketball coaches.
All right, so this is just my take. Like I say, I tell everybody I played at HBCU. I played at Hampton University, and one of the things that I saw just playing in the HBCU, a lot of the coaches, man, they get their start there. You know what I'm saying? And this is a feeder for a lot of different coaches to be able to platform themselves to go to bigger, greater things. That's the thing I love about HBCU, man, is the fact that, and all that it does, it thinks about, providing an opportunity to young Black students and also different coaches, minorities, disadvantaged individuals to be able to make something great of themselves. So shout out to HBCUs for doing that. But you do have a lot of coaches, man, that end up grad assistants, and then they end up going and becoming coaches at the HBCU realm, which is a great platform for that. I just hope that what ends up happening is those individuals that have worked hard. There's a lot of guys out here that need a head coaching job. You know what I mean? That have put their dues in. I just hope they don't get overlooked, because that could easily be done. Because trust me, one of the things that I've always said about when you bring in a player that has never coached before, they're two different animals. You know what I mean? Two different animals. Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson is going to find out that there is more to the game from the coaching standpoint that being a player hasn't prepared you for. So they got to surround themselves around a lot of different individuals that have been position coaches in different areas, assistant head coaches.
If I'm not mistaken, though, I think Deshawn Jackson has ran a lot of camps. Michael Vick as well. A lot of camps back in the hometown.
Listen.
Wait. I'm saying they ran summertime teams. They coached summertime teams. I believe they did, but not full high school teams. Or I'm not sure if that, but they did do.
Well, you gotta understand. I mean, you're the CEO. You know what I mean? You're dealing with everything from equipment, making sure the equipment people doing what they do, to making sure that the branding of the team is right, all the way down to if players get hurt. I mean, it's deeper than just the game of football. And I think that's the problem with the sport. It has gotten kind of overlooked that you're running an organization. You know what I'm saying? Like, the organization is only as good as the person running it. So if you're coming in with no experience, the goal is to surround you around good people and get you that experience and that leadership, because not only are you leading men, you got a whole organization of people that's dependent on you and that paycheck. You see what I'm saying? So, but I think it's a good thing that these NFL players is getting a second act. You know what I'm saying? This is their second act. Some of them, all they've been known for is just being athletes. But now Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson, they get an opportunity to be known as leaders. You know what I'm saying? It's not about them anymore. They're going to be leading men. So the beautiful thing about that is that these guys get a chance to deal with kids that come from their type of environment, their neighborhoods, and it's still inside of them all the values that they've learned as a professional athlete, doing some of the philanthropy.
I just want to see I want to see the resources they're going to bring. I'm excited to see the resources.
Look, dude, the resources are going to be ridiculous. Now, I will say this: they may not be Deion Sanders resources.
Why not? Why not? Michael Vick and them,
No, you're dealing with a different animal when you talk about Deion Sanders. I mean, just in his brand presence, you know what I'm saying? He's a brand maker. You know what I mean? And had he stayed at Jackson and Jackson treated him right, you know what I mean? That dude would have done so much more. I know everybody. That dude had Walmart.
You don't think that Deshaun Jackson they can't bring in, people? They can't bring in,
Look at the years you're talking about. I don't even want to compare them, man. I don't want to get started with that, man. It's two different levels, man. Two different, it's just two different levels. It's not even to speak on. You know what I mean? It's just not. You know what I mean? But when you talk about these are two young individuals that's coming in and getting an opportunity. And I don't care about their past. Like, I talk to many people. I don't care about their past. I care about the current men that's going to be leading these individuals. I care about what message, resource, and what they're able to bring positive to the situation of these HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Delaware State and Norfolk State, man, they have been two struggling programs for a long time.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about their knowledge of the game? Now, Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick. Now, and just for you people that are tuning in, first of all, if you're tuning in, welcome. I'm here with Brother Alonzo. We are talking about the decision for Del State to hire Deshaun Jackson, former NFL player. He also he played for the first of all, he played for my team, the Eagles, who has beaten the Baltimore Ravens. That's first of all, and And Michael Vick is also has been beating the Ravens, and he was an ex-Eagle. So they're both will be joining Norfolk State. One is going to Dell State. So in the next 2025, what are your thoughts? Chime
All
in.
right. Let me bring somebody else to the conversation that we haven't even talked about. This is an outstanding coach that doesn't get the kudos, and that's Eddie George.
Oh yeah, Eddie George. He's down Tennessee State. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Now Eddie George.
Now listen. You gotta understand something. And I hate that I even forgot. That's my guy. Like Eddie George.
Eddie George is right there. Yeah, I forgot he's at Tennessee State.
I played it. One of the things about Eddie George, man, is that he's had some longevity there. All right. He's been there. I believe his son is played there or is playing there. We have to look at this from a different standpoint of evolving. All right. HBCUs, especially at the sports level, they have to evolve. You got what's happening in the P4 and the conference alignment, the PWIs, man, they're getting all these contracts with media, bringing in all type of money. They're making some power moves. HBCUs have to make some power moves. These are power moves. You know what I'm saying? This is going to draw the attention of media to come cover Dell State and to come cover Norfolk State, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Anything positive for our HBCUs, I love it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is not enough. We got to rally around them, but we can't be saying that they're the saviors. Like we've already seen that ship go with DeSean. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Eddie George has been at this program for a long time at Tennessee State, I mean, shows that if you're doing what you need to do, you're building men, building character. You know what I'm saying? This is your second act as a leader, as a coach, as a CEO. Man, I love it. I love it.
Now, let me ask you a question. As far as, like I said before, we didn't get a chance to talk on this, but the knowledge part. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Because DeSean played defense and offense, so his knowledge is different than Deshawn Jackson, who played just wide receiver, wideout, and then Michael Vick, who just played quarterback.
Well,
they didn't play defense.
Two different things, man. Two
that's what I mean. So will they be able to, control, adapt and take over, like you said, take over the teams? And
they have to be surrounded around good people. And I hope that there's not a lot of scared coaches out there that are not willing to take this opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
And help these brothers, man.
They help them. You know what I'm saying? I know one. Call me up. I know one right now. Michael McDowell, my uncle. I mean, he coached in the Arena League, Arena 1, Arena 2. He's won championships. I know a ton of coaches. I know a lot of people that at least give them an interview. But the one important thing that I'm saying is surrounding yourself around good coaches. That's going to be key because it's going to be a learning curve. As a quarterback, you understand the game of football. That's the thing about Michael Vick. Michael Vick, he'll understand the game of football because he was a quarterback. Now, I know in the past we talk about he didn't I guess there was an article about him not reading his playbook, kind of doing what he needed to do. He ain't doing that now.
Well,
Michael Vick gonna be in there.
In the NFL, it can show, man. But in the NFL, it can show. It shows. It shows.
But I'm just saying,
But guess what's funny? You know what's even more funny? You know what's funny though? These two actually played together because Michael Vick was bombing the ball to Deshawn Jackson. You remember?
Yeah,
people forget that.
They're by far great athletes, man. Like they're creme de la creme. Like.
But does athletes, does it translate and transform to coaching? You know what I mean? Does it really translate?
Depends on how you're looking at it, from the X's and O's or the player relationships. Player relationships, that's going to be great. All right. That's why, from a coaching standpoint, they don't have that experience. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, they've been in some good situations as players, but never as coaches. Yeah. It's going to be different if you get a coach in there and, when they hire this coach, they can't afford for this coach to not know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It all falls on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think Dell State just replaced their. It's funny because we did it earlier in the year. We did an interview with athletic director Del State, and they just let her go, and the coach who was there from I think it was another.
They want to change, man. That culture has been. It's a culture thing. You're building a culture. That's what we know. That's what we don't talk about. The reason why Colorado and a lot of these programs, they looked at DeSean, is because he changed the culture. All right. It's not so much all about the culture of winning. It's the culture and the mindset of the organization. DeSean came in there and changed how people saw the janitor to how they treated the cook. You know what I'm saying? He took young men that came from a lot of these kids coming from just disadvantaged backgrounds, and he worked on making them men. That's why Jackson State went and won the Celebration Bowl, because he put the right man that came up underneath him, knowing that he was going to continue the journey, and they won it. See what I'm saying? Like, them seeds was planted when he first got there, because that was his goal, to build up young men, to build up a program, and to give it a new face. And he's doing it at Colorado. But he's had experience at this all the way from middle school I think Pop Warner, and coming all the way up with his own team. So Deion Sanders, he did it from the bottom, man. That's the respect that people understand with him being a coach. He coached them up. These two can't come in that way, and we can't be looking at the fact that them being saviors of these programs. My goal is that in year one, he comes in and he reorganizes the culture. In year two,
and I don't want him to have to go through
revenue.
Right, I don't have to go through a whole bunch of problems, man.
Yeah, no, but that's what he needs to do first. He needs to get in there and get everything in order, his house in order. He got to look at the players that's going to follow his leadership, and the other players, man, you got to let them go. Because trust me, the reason why a lot of these HBCU teams are struggling is not because they don't have good athletes. It's character, man. There's so many kids, man, that get down there, man, and some of them, they just don't pan out because of character. They're not showing up to workouts, and some coaches, they accept them. Get rid of them.
My thing is, why go to college? That's not what you want to do. Why you wasting your time, wasting the coach's time? If you don't want to be serious.
So I coach high school football. I coach high school football. All right. One of the things, man, you don't want to discourage these kids from trying to achieve their dreams. All right. Not at all. The whole goal is to build these young men up so that they can see potential in their future by using sports as a means of education and as a means of paying for their school. All right. So, but what happens along the line is social media, the perception of what they believe is fame or whatever, that gets in the way. You know what I mean? When you got all these girls telling you great and all these people telling you great, then you get to college and you're dealing with some real dogs. You're dealing with guys that show up 6 o'clock in the morning to lift weights, that already have their grades together. And here it is, you was a player that was good in your area, and you maybe wasn't a film guy, or you maybe wasn't a weight room guy. And you come there and it's like, oh man, I'm dealing with people that see this as a business. We're not teaching these kids, man, especially now with these NIL and stuff like that. These kids need to know now, look, this is a business.
Yeah, man.
So I'm not going to discourage a kid that wants to live his dreams, but there needs to be some expectation management. And there's not. And this social media and this new generation of just sports, man, it has no mercy on these kids.
Yeah, and these kids, man, they really don't have an understanding. They don't have an understanding. They don't have a love for the game, man. It's no love for the game to me.
Vince, think about it. When I used to watch football, I used to be sitting on the couch with my dad, and we used to watch a whole game. And not only did we watch the whole game, he used to break down the X's and O's with me. I'm sitting here as an elementary school kid, middle school kid, high school kid, learning the game from my father, sitting at understanding coaches' schemes and all that stuff. These kids don't watch full games. They watching clips. Our attention span has gotten to the point where these kids can watch highlights of a game, and they pick from that. You know what I'm saying?
That's sad,
don't
man.
watch full games, man. They don't. Come on,
they don't watch no tape. They don't watch no tape of the game or nothing, man.
Man, they
watch the whole game.
And I don't fault him.
That's what DeSean said. DeSean said that too. He said he had a problem with these kids. they didn't watch the film, didn't want to watch the film. He got rid of him, man. Put him back. Hey, you go back to the portal.
Hey, that's the thing. I hope that he makes the right decisions and has an interview with each and every individual on that team, even DeSean Jackson, when they come in, and you know what I'm saying, and they really they do their research, find out about the kid, and give them an opportunity to plead their case. But if not, man, this is a business, dog.
I want to see. I'll be honest with you. I want to see players like. I want to see LeBron James come back to HBCU and coach or something. You know what I mean? I want to see him coach the basketball team, man. I want to see basketball players. Basketball players is I think they too diva, man, for me.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna say this right here. Man. I'm gonna say this right here. Your wishes, if I had a crystal ball, and let's just say I was psychic right now, and from what I saw at the Nova State, when they were basically talking to Michael Vick about, and you saw Allen Iverson was sitting right next to him.
Oh, yeah, come on, Allen. Yeah, he'd be a great coach. Come on down there and coach, man. I think
yours, man. Like Allen Iverson at Nova State with Mike Vick and Nova State. Come on, man.
Down there and coach, man. You bring all the resources.
I may be looking into it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that support, come on, man. That support. Look, I remember being at Hampton, man, and Iverson used to drive his cars over to the Hampton University. Boom, boom, boom. And players used to, ride with him to the Go-Go's and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I saw him all the time there,
Yeah.
If Hampton
he came to Philly all the time, man. He
let Allen Iverson get away. Shame on y'all, man.
Yeah. Tell him come on down there and coach, man.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Y'all.
And they will listen to him.
HBCU.
Yeah.
Huh?
And they will listen to him too.
Man, but this is the problem. All right, listen. There's so many gatekeepers, Vince. So many
gatekeepers.
Me and you understand the whole deal. These gatekeepers, we deal with them every day. They don't want to see that, man. They don't want to see the change. They don't want to see the change.
They ain't got the time.
Because a lot of them, man, they trying to live their longest to be able to do whatever. But at the end of the day, man, you know the game.
Yeah, if you're chiming in, listen up. We're speaking about Deshawn Jackson and his new position as head coach of Del State. Soon to be, they are working out the details right now. As you know, Del State did release a statement that their athletic director will no longer be there next year, as well as their head coach of, I believe, 2 years. He was there 2 years. I believe they had like a 1-12 record or 1-13, something like that. It was awful, man.
They need budget.
So they're going to bring. So listen, but Del State. I will say this though. Let me bring on John. I got JL in the bill.
What's up, hey man, what's up? God bless y'all. How you doing?
I will say Del State though. They are very innovative, and they are going after coaches who are winners now. Because remember, the volleyball coach was a champion. He won a national championship. That we just seen recently. Their baseball coach is pretty good. Their women's volleyball team is pretty good. Coaches is real. The softball team is pretty good. The track and field coaches are pretty good. So they got Dane Johnson, who was the national champ. So they got in other positions, they're great. Now football, it just
because you got to understand,
man. Basketball, they're great as well.
But you have to understand when you're dealing with football, all them athletes in the South and all them athletes in the Maryland DMV area, what is going to be the draw to bring them to Delaware? You got to think about that. Location means everything. Yeah. A&T is going to get athletes just in general because of their geolocation. Yeah, location. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this move by by Delaware State is a power move because now what it's doing is saying, hey, we got a guy that played in the NFL. We have a guy that's been a champion. We got a guy that played for the Washington Redskins when they were the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? We got a guy that can speak your language, that comes from your area. Now people got to be nervous. Because now he can go into their backyard and pluck those same guys they was going after before because he's a high profile name. You know what I'm saying? You let that guy show up at my door for my son. I got come on now.
Yeah.
What parent is gonna be nudging their kid like, hey? I mean, let's be real about it. That changed the game. But prior to having no real top profile guys in those positions, what's the draw to Delaware, man? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Hey, JL, I know you just came on. What are your thoughts about the decision that Del State made to bring on Deshawn Jackson, former player from the Eagles, to be head coach, soon to be head coach? They're working out the deals, final deals. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's a really good move myself. Like my brother was saying, it's a really good move because presentation is everything. So when you're able to present something that is attractive like that, a champion, someone that has name brand recognition, someone who has broken records, have done some amazing things in football, kids aspire to be, great, and they want to be associated with greatness. That's why name brand recognition is awesome. That's why, primetime Deion Sanders is doing the things that he's doing at Colorado. You know what I mean? Primetime said, if I sit down with your son, you know what I mean? If I come to your house, you let me in the crib, you know what I mean? Your son's coming to my team. You know what I mean? You might send me a boy, but I'm gonna bring him home a man. I'm sending back a man. So when you have those kinds of individuals that have been exposed to, championship atmospheres, they are champions within themselves. They have a knowledge and they have a work ethic, and they just have just been associated with the NFL. That's a pipeline. And kids want to be involved with something like that, where I have more of an opportunity of going to the NFL if I'm coached by an NFL superstar. Yep. You know what I mean? So you got a pipeline straight to the NFL. And so that's the draw. That's what's going to bring me, when you get them top five, those top players are going to come to a place like that they have more of a chance of getting a look to the NFL than if I go somewhere, where that may not be possible, or I may not be able to get in, a big school, right? Mm. So I may not be able to go to a real big school. I may not have the grades. I may not have whatever, but I can go to Del State, and I got DeSean Jackson.
Yes,
that's the coach that can still get me a look at the NFL, right?
Hey, Alonzo, what John just said, you mentioned this earlier about the NIL and things of that nature. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about this? And John, too, what do you think? You think Del State got a hold of some money to get these coaches?
No.
Or Norfolk State?
No.
I'm saying, like, they can pay because they can get that money, because now, things wide open. They can pay coaches as well.
No. Because think about it. Let's go back. Jackson State, Deion was not getting paid this astronomical amount of money.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm saying with the new emergence, with the new NCAA rules, with the coach.
No.
I'm saying and that just happened just 2 years.
NIL is not the same at the HBCUs as it is at PW, especially the Power Four. Really, if we talking about NILs, to be honest, the NIL really is real. The collective in the NIL is real at the P4. The G5, there's struggling schools at the G5 that can't even do the collective NIL.
That's right.
So that whole world, man, you're now starting to see high school players getting paid more than a lot of these guys in college coming in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the thing with the misconception is that it's across the board. D2 is not pulling in hardly any NIL deals, as is FCS, as is G5, and it's all based on media coverage, right? Mm-hmm. That's why the realignment happened. Why do you think why do you think all the teams shut down the damn Pac-12? Because this whole thing is real. Eventually, it's going to be 2 conferences. That's going to be it. Because we see it now. The Big Ten and the SEC. That is basically the professionalized college program and athletes that get drafted every year. Everybody else is just like a outlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
We can't even talk about that with HBCUs. All right. So DeSean Jackson and these guys is doing it because they're looking for an opportunity to get to the next level. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They were not. Deion Sanders was never going to be the Eddie George. I mean, the Eddie Robinson of Jackson State. Never.
No. There's only one of them.
Fools that wanted to believe he can be there forever. That ain't happening. These guys is looking at it and saying, "I want to be a coach. I want to get in the game. This is my first way in." Because let's be honest, a lot of these P5s and P4s, P4s. A lot of these Power Fours, they won't give them opportunities, man. Let's be real. Deion is creating a pipeline, man.
Yeah.
They won't give these guys opportunities. So the HBCUs is a platform for them to be able to.
And that's what. And you know what? Deion said that.
Yeah.
He was saying that he wanted to create opportunity for other NFL players that desire to do that, to play at this next level. But they got to come in. They got to come in with the right mindset.
Yes.
Right. You got to come in with the right mindset, and it got to make sense. For Deshawn Jackson to come in, and you know what? Like my man, brother Alonzo was talking about as far as the NIL. You know, I was talking to Stan Waterman, Coach Stan. Shout out to Coach Stan, Delaware State. And one of the things that they're doing now is you can actually sign up to be a donor for like an NIL situation where you can actually give money to a player. Let's just say, for example, you wanted to have one of these star players from the MEAC conference come and speak to your school. Well, you can actually donate to him, to that specific player, and you can give the details of what you would like him to do or whatever, and he would get that $1,000 or that $10,000, whatever it is that a person would want to give him to actually come in and share a speech or share his story. You know, that's how they can get paid as well. So they get paid like that through donors, through individuals that want to maybe give back to the MEAC, conference, and have a player come in and do something like that. So there are various innovative ways in which that happen, but it's not a typical situation like with an NIL deal that we are hearing about now. It's not that, because they don't have the resources, nor do they have the money. That money goes to the big schools, right?
And not only that, but let's think about this. You show me at HBCU or FCS donor that's going to give $1 million just to an athlete or to a couple athletes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about that. A guy that may not even ever get a shot at the NFL. But when you're looking at you're and I'm gonna say even the lower level like Maryland's and Virginia, the ACC schools, they can't compete with the money coming in from the Big Ten and the SEC. You know what I mean? Those guys you're talking about the collective being, man, they paying these guys back and forth. Oh no, he come over here. We paid him more to come over here. They're doing that with the 5 stars.
Yep.
Do you think Juju from Georgia, that quarterback that's about to go to Colorado, you think there wasn't a donor saying, "Hey guys, look, we need when Shador leaves, hey, I'm about to drop a couple million to get this kid. Yeah, he's gonna sign with us."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep. That's how they doing it. Well, Vince, you seen where Penn State had the boy from Baltimore.
Oh yeah, he was nasty.
Oh, Ely,
the boy from boy, he right from the city of Baltimore. It ain't like he couldn't have went to Coppin.
Now he going to Maryland.
Ain't like he couldn't have went to Maryland. He couldn't have went. He went to Penn State. And trust and believe. There was some incentive. Come on now, there was some incentive for him to come to Penn State.
Oh no, right?
Because he was one of the best in the country. I mean,
what play are you talking about?
That is basketball.
Basketball.
I forgot his name. But he definitely was one of the best players in the country. He definitely Penn State. I think he probably seen how massive it was. It's a little bit bigger than Maryland, but
a bigger stage.
Maryland ain't putting that money out, man. You gotta
no. I mean, Maryland has capable sizes as stadium and all that, but
it's not stadium. It's the money. Penn State. It's a powerhouse program and got donors that want to.
Wait, hold on. They're in the same conference.
Right.
What y'all talking about?
Conference don't mean nothing. You got levels to this thing, man. Like Indiana about to have a boatload of money. It's
They sure is.
and now
how in the world did Indiana go? We're not even talking about the portal. But how did Indiana end up becoming as good as they are? That was money.
That was money. Straight up.
Portal. That was talking to these kids, getting them the
money.
money.
Is the money is the motivator right here. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. Money the motivator. And this, you gotta look. They got alumni. See, they got a strong alumni.
No. Well, Indiana has one of the largest endowments. So, and a lot of their money comes from. I think it's a tycoon. I can't think who was the family, but their money is attached to Notre Dame. People don't realize this. You got Notre Dame, Purdue, Indiana, all in a melting pot right there.
Yeah,
and they're tied together some kind of how.
All that money tied together. And unfortunately, a lot of our kids will never be able to see anything like that, right?
Oh, wow.
At this level, they won't be able to see it because it's not available to them on that level. Because how many? And here it is. Here it is. Here's what it comes down to. How many alumni give back to their if they went to Dell State, if they went to Coppin State, if they went to a HBCU. How many of them give back to the degree that they could take the coffers of that money and then give back to the player? It ain't.
I've been giving back roughly $1,000 a year to Bowie State since I graduated.
Bro, you're a different brother, dog.
You're different. A whole lot. But you wanted $1 million. You wanted $1 million, Vince. Congratulations, Vince.
Let me tell you something. I want to say this real quick. When we talk about HBCU money, right? I'm gonna be honest. My son played at Alabama State, right? When I tell you that Alabama State's the Bama fans, man, they just something different, right? That these people give to the program. These people support the athletes. That's why they got them big stadiums in the swag. You know what I mean? MEAC, it's a little different. You know what I mean? But when we talk about HBCU, we talk about giving back. They give back because when they have a football game, it's shut down. They give back to have that entertainment, to have that excitement, to be a part of a culture. When you come up north in the MEAC, it's too much to do. It's so much to do. Like people aren't putting back into that because I can go here, I can do this, I could travel to New York, I can go to Philly, I can go wherever. So it's not like in the South where towns shut down, man. That's a tradition, football.
Yeah, it's like a religion.
The whole towns.
It's like they going to church.
Yeah, so it's different. You know what I mean? That's why they had the big stadiums. That's why they put back into it because that's something that they love and they cherish.
They stand
on
that.
Up here, it's different. It's a lot of people make money up in the Northeast and up this way, but they got so many things that they can put their money elsewhere.
Yes,
so,
and then the value.
I think it's.
Here it is.
I think we were talking about the same thing earlier about the houses. It's the same thing, man.
Well, we can't even say that because living in the South for so long, man, like the incomes, like you got to understand that the income difference, man, it kind of balances out a little bit. The incomes is different. You know what I mean? It's the value systems that's different, right?
There you go.
Value.
There you go. That's it, Vince. The value system.
South, value systems about sports is different from up here, up north.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And they and listen, and up there is their whole thing is if you ain't supporting, you ain't important.
You ain't important. You're right.
Come on. If you ain't supporting, you ain't important. So guess what? You got to definitely be supporting because that's just a part of what it is there. That's the part like Alonzo said, that's part of the culture.
Part of the culture.
Yeah. It's part of the culture. You have been engrafted into a culture when you come there. So that's why you celebrate it on that level. Where there's no value, there will be no investment.
Amen.
Well, listen, if you're just
come on, did I preach? Hey, Lonzo, did I preach? Did I preach right there?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I'm preaching right there. Where there's no value, there will be no investment, and they don't value it like they do up north. They don't down south. They don't value it like that. Not at all.
They don't got the same. Yeah. Listen, if you're just tuning in, we are talking about the Deshawn Jackson hiring at Delaware State University football team. They did let go their previous coach and also the previous athletic director. She was just removed as well. So new things are turning over at Del State. Listen,
listen, my man. Listen. Shout out to my man. We went to high school together. Come on. You know who he is.
Who's that?
The president. Who's the president? Who's the president?
Tony Allen. Tony Allen.
The Tony Allen, my main man. Tony is a winner. Listen, Tony Allen is a winner. And he wants to be associated with winners. That's my man. Listen, we went together. Hey, let me tell you something. We in Penn, our football program was so strong, it was like a tradition for us to win. Something was wrong. Something was wrong. If we in Penn didn't win the championship, what's going on? Something is wrong. So he has been let me tell you something. He's been associated with winning ever since I've known him. So if somebody is in his peripheral or in his program that ain't winning, guess what? He gonna uproot that because Dr. Tony Allen is a winner. I'm preaching right now.
I was talking to him at the volleyball championship, man. He said, listen, man. He said, get ready, man. Some things gonna happen. I didn't know. I didn't expect this though.
Come on. He ain't gonna listen. That's my man. Listen, he's a winner. I'm telling you, that's my main.
So Alonzo, we gotta go down there because Tony, he's funny, man. He's a funny guy. But shout out to Dr. Tony Allen at Del State University. Listen, and if our Del State students are watching, listen, stay tuned. Like we said, 2025, y'all got a whole lot of new things coming to y'all campus.
2025, you know Del State is coming alive. You better be ready.
Hey, Alonzo, you got anything you want to say out to the public before we roll off?
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, give these guys a chance, man. Like they passed, let it be the past. These guys deserve the opportunity.
Ain't nobody bring the pass up, man. Who wants the pass up?
We already know. Look, you don't understand. I was telling folks, man, about the hiring of Mike Vick. And
that's another one. I like that.
But you also got to understand too, DeSean Jackson has a pass too.
Yeah.
Right? So let's lead a pass in the past. Let's let these grown men.
Hey, but also we all got a pass. We all got a pass.
But you know the mainstream media and some people, man, they hang on to every little negative thing. And we can't allow that. We got to shut it down. Because at the end of the day, man, these young black men deserve an opportunity.
Sure.
And whether you like it or not, whether you're a coach that's waiting your turn or you like it or not, all right, you put your resume before that athletic director, he has the power to choose.
Yeah.
They chose differently. Right. They said, we starting over. We need resources. We need better athletes. We need money coming in here. And that was what they chose. So we got to respect that. But at the same time, we got to respect that these guys are going to come in and they're going to build good character men. And they're going to come and they're going to give us something that we haven't had in a long time. And that's change.
That's right.
Both programs, man.
Come on.
Both programs have struggled for so long.
I'm glad you mentioned change too, man.
Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned change. And for those before John comes on, I want to just to mention, hey man, listen. For those who are Ravens fans or Cowboys fans, like these two, like these two right here.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? The Eagles is coming. The Eagles is coming.
Oh Lord.
The Eagles is coming, baby. We're coming.
Here you go. We talking about college sports right now. We're not talking about no NFL.
We're coming, man. We're coming right now. Hey, John, take us out. Go ahead, man.
Listen, until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of change, you will remain the same.
Amen.
I'm preaching right now.
Look at
you hear what I'm saying to you? So whoever's listening to this, understand this is for you. This is a bonus track I'm giving you here from HBCU Original. I hope you receive this in the name of Jesus. Listen, until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of change, you will remain the same. Listen, these schools realize that we need something different.
Yes.
We want results. We want people who have been there, done that, and got the t-shirt, and that can now allow their cup to spill over into our cup, because we need winners. We want to be associated with winning. And so I commend the all of the schools that are receiving these winners that are coming, that are champions in their own right. The ones that are coming that have an agenda to really help to empower, impact, and transform the lives of the young people. I'm celebrating all that. I'm celebrating all that. So listen, whoever is in the NFL or in the NBA, if you desire to speak into the lives of our young people and giving them an opportunity to be a winner, listen, come on. We need you. We need that kind of community to come here, because our kids deserve it. They deserve it. They need it, and they deserve it. You hear what I'm saying to you? Listen. I'm excited. Vince. I think. Listen, the best is yet to come.
Man,
the best is yet to come. I'm excited about it, baby.
Yeah, boy.
All right. Well, listen, man, you heard it from here. Listen, this HBCU original. We out.
Peace.